I don't even like coffee, bro. I'm sure we're all concerned about AI replacing our jobs. Previously, we have heard things like, just become a programmer, you won't have to worry about it. After all, it's those guys that are making these things, you know, blah, blah, blah. Sorry to break it to you, but I think we might have to start worrying about it. So to fill you in on what's going on, OpenAI recently released this new AI called GPT-3, which is the version 3 of this AI. And this AI has been fed so many data points to the point where it can literally almost do anything. This AI is so smart to the point where it can create code, it can design, it can create poems, it can do anything. Literally almost anything you can think of. An example of something that this AI can do is, for example, you can tell it, hey, can you create me an app where I have an input field where I can write in a to-do and a save button that saves the to-do, and then show me a list of all of my to-dos. And the AI is able to understand that from just plain English, and it can spit out some code for you and a functional app on the right side, which is kind of incredible if you think about it. The AI is able to do a lot more than just coding, but in this video, we'll stick to that particular part of the AI. The real question that we're all kind of waiting on is this AI going to replace our developer jobs? And to be honest with you, as nice as this AI seems, I really doubt that it's going to replace our developer jobs. First of all, we're all programmers, we all love to code, so we're really not gonna stop coding just to explain in plain English how our app should be built. As accurate as this AI might be and it might seem, it's never 100% to the dot going to know exactly what a human wants other than another human being, unless you're able to explain that to the AI and do it really, really well. But for us other people, including me, we might have to start taking some English classes again just to get better at expressing ourselves. The only use case that I can see for this AI is business owners and people who want to start some projects using the AI to avoid paying actual developers or designers who know what they're doing, because that's cost efficient, right? Yeah, like the developers, they don't know what they're doing. Wait, designers? Nah, dude, I'ma just tell this AI to design me something or code me something. That's cheaper, right? Wait, WordPress and Wix? Nah, GPT-3, man. Yeah, that's where it's at. Again, I really think people who use this AI to avoid paying developers and designers to do the job will realize in the end that it would have been more time efficient and maybe saved money over time and get someone to do it instead of trying to explain the AI 100 times how to do it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And don't get me wrong, it is an amazing tool. I really think that we can do some great things with GPT-3, but I don't think that this AI is able to understand exactly what a human wants as well as another human being, no matter how many data points it might have collected in the past. I honestly think that human beings are very hard to understand, so I genuinely think that it requires another human being to understand a human being. And I know I said in the start of the video that we're just going to be focusing on the coding aspect of GPT-3, but because I am a designer and maybe some of you guys are a designer as well, GPT-3 has been used in some designer projects and it is kind of incredible to see what it is able to do. Someone built a plugin for Figma. If you're not familiar with what Figma is, it is essentially just a tool like Adobe XD or Sketch if you've seen that in the past, where you could do exactly like you can do with coding. You can tell GPT-3 to design you something and it just designs it for you. It's incredible. Like designing, like coding I can understand, but designing, how? It's incredible what we can achieve and do with this AI, but I really at the end of the day don't think it's going to replace our developer jobs or designer jobs for that matter. But one other use case that I just thought about that might actually be kind of smart is to use GPT-3 to learn yourself. If you're stuck with a coding problem or whatever it might be, you can try to explain it to GPT-3 and see how the AI would do it just to learn yourself. If I'm stuck trying to build something in, for example, React, I could then explain to the AI what I'm trying to build and then see how the AI would do it, and then not copy it word for word, but kind of go through and understand how the AI does it and then learn from that as some sort of Google or Stack Overflow alternative. But just again, I don't think it's going to replace our jobs, and the people who use it to avoid paying developers or designers are just going to understand in the end that it would have been easier just to hire someone and pay someone who knows how to do it. I've been rambling for a while now. It's time to hear what you guys think. So let me know down in the comments whether you think that this GPT-3 AI will replace our jobs. If so, let me know why. If not, also let me know why. I'm curious to hear. I genuinely want to know what you guys think about this. And while you're down there writing your comments and your thoughts and opinions, make sure you also smash that like button, because it's gonna feed the algorithm and make the video perform well, hopefully, and support the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.